This is The Scoop for Tuesday.
I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines. According to a police report, the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office said early this morning there was what they described as a deputy-involved shooting near 20254 Gulf Boulevard in Indian Shores. Around 1:30 a.m. at 113th Street North and Park Boulevard, a Pinellas deputy attempted a traffic stop on a red Toyota hatchback for running a red light. The driver, Marina DeFilippo, stopped at first, then drove away. Chief of St. Petersburg Police Anthony Holloway detailed the stop.
Suspect was talking to the deputy. She was probably talking to him in Russian, he believes. And she was telling the deputy at the time that the CIA was after her, and the deputy was still talking to her. At some point, she just drives away. When she drove away, then something later on during that traffic stop, the deputy then used a stop stick to try to stop the vehicle. The vehicle continued westbound onto the beach area where it was then stopped again by Indian Shores Police Department.
Indian Shores police say they saw her point a gun at the officer and then rammed a patrol vehicle and several other vehicles while they fired non-lethal rounds at the vehicle. 7 deputies fired their weapons at DeFilippo, who suffered life-threatening critical injuries but is stable at this time at a nearby hospital. 1 deputy is also being treated for minor injuries. The 7 Pinellas deputies were placed on administrative leave pending the investigation. Gulf Boulevard is closed to all traffic from the Walsingham Bridge to south to 197 Avenue East and is expected to remain closed for several hours for the investigation. Governor Ron DeSantis is calling on the Florida legislature to direct billions of dollars toward cutting property taxes. WMNF's Chris Young reports at a press conference yesterday, DeSantis also doubled down on his goal to eventually eliminate property taxes.
DeSantis says the House of Representatives produced a proposal to direct $5 billion towards cutting taxes. And his goal is to focus those funds specifically on property taxes.
And if we do that, we would end up with about $1,000 in property tax cut for every homesteaded Floridian. And that will make a big, big difference.
It's part of DeSantis' larger plan to eliminate property taxes in the state. But Esteban Santiz, policy analyst with Florida Policy Institute, says that could affect local services like schools, transportation, and police.
They're probably going to either experience a decline in quality because there'll be budget cuts, or we're going to have to see a tax increase elsewhere.
DeSantis hopes to have a constitutional amendment to eliminate property taxes on the 2026 ballot. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Some Duke Energy customers want a publicly owned utility after Duke Energy's contract expires next year. Last Saturday, the group Dump Duke held a panel discussion. St. Petersburg City Council member Richie Floyd says that affordable rates and more renewable energy sources could be better handled by a locally owned public company.
The federal government, the state government, and the state government have abdicated responsibility on protecting consumers. And it's a really big deal that we get local governments that are more close to people and care more to engage in consumer protection efforts.
Advocates argue that residents cannot schedule meetings with Duke Energy executives to offer feedback. They also said that St. Petersburg Mayor Ken Welch may be biased toward renewing Duke's contract since he once worked for them as an accountant and last year proclaimed July 18th as Duke Energy Day. A year after Governor Ron DeSantis vetoed a bill on the issue, lawmakers are considering proposals aimed at imposing regulations on the sale and production of hemp products. This year's legislation also targets beverages that include THC, or tetrahydrocannabinol, the primary psychoactive component in cannabis that's responsible for getting users high. Such beverages were not included in a wide-ranging 2024 measure that hemp retailers and growers opposed and which the governor vetoed. This year's Senate proposal would require the beverages to be distributed by alcohol wholesalers and sold by retailers and establishments that have liquor licenses. The plan, which is ready for a full Senate vote, also would cap the amount of THC in the drinks. Mostly sunny skies today with highs in the upper 80s. Partly cloudy tonight with overnight lows in the lower 70s. Hot weather tomorrow with highs in the lower 90s. I'm Josh Holton with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.